Welcome to Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. There's a lot of uncertainty permeating our society today. With all the cuts in budgets, grants, funding, and programs, people feel uncertain about the stability of their jobs, their income, their livelihoods. There is simply a lot of fear about financial security. Thoughts of what would happen if can bring even the most confident people a bit of trepidation. So, since most of us don't know yet what might happen, and many have had to deal with changes that have affected their incomes, let's try reframing an aspect of financial security that is beyond the dollars we pay for our house and car payments, for food, and all the living expenses that make our world go round. You know that quotes can give me something. It helps me rise above most fears. They have such a power to help me look at issues in a different way so that I can walk confidently toward those fears and face them with hope and possibility instead of crumbling beneath anxiety. Quotes. I don't know why, but they are like such an anchor. I found one such quote last week before attending a Lutheran social service, which is also known as LSS fundraiser event. During the event, people shared the good that has come to so many lives served by donations given to LSS. It's overwhelming what happens when people reach out to help people. The quote I've had found earlier kept coming to my mind as I listened to these stories of what giving can do to help those in need. Here's the quote. Robin Wall Kimmerer, the author of Braiding Sweetgrass, wrote, "Wealth among traditional people is measured by having enough to give away." Hmm. Isn't that amazing? Wealth is measured by having enough to give away. It makes the purpose of life so clear. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be defined by that quote? Today, so many are defined by their quest for power or their quest for rich bank accounts, not realizing that true wealth is found in giving away. I loved Pope Francis and all he did to raise the consciousness of the world to pay attention and act on helping the poor. The new Pope Leo has a heart leaning in the very same direction. After Pope Francis died, I read an article describing his last kindness on this earth. According to the news article, Pope Francis donated his entire personal bank account of about $226,400 to support a training program at a juvenile prison in Rome that helps inmates work towards reintegration into society. An official in Rome said he fought for them until his very last breath. Wow. May we walk in the warmth of those footsteps. Bill Gates also announced something. Last week, he announced that he has decided to give his wealth away within the next 20 years. Hmm. The writer George Saunders once said, "What I regret most in my life are failures of kindness." Mm. Quotes like these help me live proactively, so it helps us all then not to be haunted by memories of regret that we didn't use the opportunities we had to be kind, to be generous, to give of our wealth, however meager or great, and to help one another. Max Lucado wrote a beautiful book entitled All You Ever Need. The story is about a land that was racked with drought. In a certain village, there was a man who owned a well that was deep and provided much needed water. In fact, whenever the villagers came to the man asking for water from his well, he graciously and with enthusiasm offered to have them fill their buckets. "Take all you need," he would say to them. While they filled their buckets, he would start conversations and learning about their lives, hopes, and dreams. They would talk and laugh together, and they created a community. His son often helped in the same generous way. Well, one day the father and son told the villagers they would be going away, but that their servant Elsevier would watch over the well and be generous to them as they had been. However, after a time, Elsevier felt that the were not thankful enough for the water. He would keep it from those who did not thank him, and soon he had other criteria from which to judge his decision to allow them to fill their buckets or not. He became cruel and withheld much needed water from the village people. One day, a man with a hood came to the well. Elsevier sneered at the man and asked if he could show why he deserved the water. The man pulled back his hood and revealed that he was the son of the man who owned the well. He came back to share the water with everyone. The people wanted revenge from Elsevier because he was cruel to them. But the son of the well owner said, "No, if water were given only to good people, who could drink?" And so Elsevier was forgiven, and the water was shared with all from that day on. Two gifts in that wonderful story: the gift of giving forgiveness, which makes one wealthy in their soul, and the gift of giving water, something owned that could be shared. This week, on your bathroom mirror, write, "May my wealth be measured by having enough to give away." Join me next Monday for Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.